Welcome back to Pam Evans Smith Arena. I'm Dave Williams along with J.J. Weisenberger. J.J., we finally come to the last game in the Great Lakes Invitational Tournament. It's been a lot of fun. We've seen some great teams, some great athletes out here. Our last game tonight, the Wittenberg Tigers, 2-2 on the year. Going to take on a pretty good Middlebury Panthers team. They have a record, but it's 0-3, but they've lost some extremely close games.
Yes, they have, and it's going to be an exciting matchup. Two teams looking to get a big-time victory on the season. Both teams getting a little bit of a struggle spree right now. Wittenberg losing their last two, both at home, looking to close out this weekend with a victory, and I know both teams could really use it, so it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be another intense battle victory for whatever team comes out on top. It's going to be a fun one. All
right, let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for Middlebury, the Panthers, Jaden Bobbitt, a guard, 6'2" junior, is going to start from Rye, New Hampshire. Noah Osher, senior guard, 6'1" from Northbrook, Illinois, starts at the guard slot. Evan Flack, sophomore guard, 5'9" from Baltimore, Maryland. He got in trouble last night for them in foul trouble. They seemed to run better when he was out there directing traffic. Charlie Moore, senior guard, 6'5" from San Francisco. And their fifth starter, David Brennan, junior forward, 6'6" from Boston, Massachusetts. For the Wittenberg Tigers, Jeff Queen will start at a forward slot. He's a senior, 6'1" from Cincinnati. Your two guards will be Cameron Harrison, junior, 6 foot from Eaton, and Trey Killens, a junior, 6'1" from Cincinnati. Two other forwards tonight starting for the Tigers, Eddie Brown, sophomore, 6'6" from Lewis Center, Ohio, and Daniel Asher, senior, 6'7" from Indianapolis. So we're ready. You're going to have our final game tonight, and can it be as exciting as that last one? That last one was very exciting. By the way, Middlebury, we talked about they lost a couple close games, but they ran into a real buzzsaw last night. Maybe the best team we saw in the tournament, Redlands.
Yes, they did, and unfortunately weren't able to pull out a victory. That Redlands team was just an immovable force that was blowing through everything that they went through. But now we're getting ready to announce the starting lineups here.
By the way, some good news for Wittenberg Tiger fans. The ladies are in a tournament in Trine, and they win tonight. They beat Albion 76-60, so they are now 2-0 on the year. And now I have the call of their next game when they're at home, but they will not be at home again until December 9th.
Yeah, on the road here for a little while and some big games as well. It should be fun. They're an exciting team to watch.
Yeah, they're going to play Trine tomorrow, and they're going to take on Transylvania, last year's Division III champs. Here we go, Trine. Jaden Bobbitt being introduced. Noah Osher being introduced. Evan Flax. Again, he got in foul trouble last night when he wasn't on the floor. Things didn't seem to run as smooth. Charlie Moore coming out. And then their fifth starter, David Brennan. Jeff Brown, the coach, 25 years he's been at Middlebury. Matt Croce, the coach of Wittenberg, his 8th season. From Cincinnati, of course, Jeff Queen, 6'1" senior, being introduced. Then comes from Eaton, Cameron Harrison, he is a junior. Trey Killens, the man makes the Tigers go. 6'1" from Cincinnati, Trey Killens. Forward, sophomore from Lewis Center, Eddie Brown. And then our senior from Indianapolis, Daniel Asher, 6'7".
Yeah, Tigers going from last night's matchup where they were pretty severely undersized to maybe in this matchup the bigger sized team. So see if they could take advantage of that here. Daniel Asher, he had a good game against Wilmington, a couple in their home opener, which they lost. Had a decent game last night, struggled a little bit, couldn't get anything going against that big Illinois Wesleyan team. But hopefully we can see him bounce back here and have a big game and propel the Tigers to a much-needed victory.
David Brennan and Eddie Brown going to jump at midcourt for their respective teams. Here comes the tip. Back in the backcourt to Trey Killen. So Tigers have the ball, start the game. Glad you're with us tonight. Our final game in the Great Lakes tournament. Great Lakes Invitational. It has been fun. Daniel Asher being guarded by David Brennan. Cameron Harrison shot from the foul line, up and in. Cameron Harrison.
Yeah, that's really good to see. We talked about it last night. Needs someone else outside of Trey Killens to step on the offensive side of things. Saw Cam Harrison started to get it going there at the end of that Illinois Wesleyan game, and now a big bucket to start it off. Hopefully he can keep things rolling here and have a big game tonight for the Tigers.
Evan Flax over to Charlie Moore. Over to Jaden Bobbitt. Bounce pass at David Brennan. David Brennan goes up and he ties the score. Two to two, Eddie Brown with the basketball. Over to Trey Killens, back to Cameron Harrison. Cameron Harrison to Daniel Asher. 14 on the shot clock. Eddie Brown with a drive in the lane. In trouble, 6 seconds, turn around, his shot is blocked by Jaden Bobbitt.
Yeah, Eddie Brown last night, another one of those Tigers. Couldn't really get going. He was in foul trouble there in the first half. Didn't really get to see the court too much and couldn't get into a good rhythm. And then the second half just couldn't get anything going. So want to see him get involved more. He had a big game against Wilmington, hit 4 big threes. So we'll see if he can find a little bit of that stroke here against the Panthers of Middlebury.
No Osher, three-pointer on the way, no good. Rebound, Jeff Queen. 18-11 left to play in the first half. 2-2, Tigers and the Panthers. Jeff Queen with the basketball. Right now, Panthers playing man-to-man. Cameron Harrison, excuse me. Dishes off to Jeff Queen to Daniel Asher. Daniel Asher back to Jeff Queen. Bounce pass to Daniel Asher. 7 on the shot clock. Daniel Asher moves in the lane. Shot off the glass, up and in.
Good post move there from Daniel Asher. Just patience in the paint right there. Worked his way to his nice little spot there on that right block. Puts it up with the right hand, and it's good.
I'm Dave Williams, along with J.J. Weisenberger. Glad you're with us tonight. Our last game here at Wittenberg and Middlebury. Charlie Moore with the basketball. He goes in, tries a reverse layup. It's blocked. Got it back, though. Noah Osher shot from baseline. Up and in, ties it.
Yeah, Middlebury really struggled offensively against Redlands yesterday. 58 points, shot 30% from the field, 28% from three. Looking to both these teams had struggled a little bit on offense yesterday. Looking to find a good rhythm here, a couple early shots. Hopefully that can propel.
Wittenberg, of course, plays vastly different than Redlands. Cameron Harrison, long three, no good. They pressed the whole game.
Yeah, press up and down the court. Wittenberg showing a little bit of pressure early, but nothing too obscene, and they'll play a lot slower and methodical rather than Redlands just running around. And, man, they play really hard. They're a vast team, and they find a way to do some crazy things with the ball and put the ball in the hoop.
JJ and I said they played like their hair's on fire. I mean, they just up and down. Great play by Jeff Queen there, knocked the ball out of bounds, denying a pass in. But it's going to remain Middlebury basketball. Jaden Bobbitt going to inbound to Noah Osher. Noah Osher with the ball. Noah Osher going to drive. Noah Osher shot up off the glass and in. Middlebury with their first lead tonight, 6-4.
Yeah, Osher with 2 strong buckets here to start it off. The mid-range jumper now a strong right-handed take right there.
Daniel Asher shot 15-footer up and in from the right, and we're all tied 6-6. First up, getting ready to come in the lineup, Jackson McCursey.
Yeah, we saw this Middlebury team yesterday. Saw a couple of different subs. Kuba Colina will be one to watch out for. The freshman had a pretty good game yesterday.
Yeah.
Got the stroke going.
Didn't he hit 3 threes, I think?
Yeah, he did. No Sam Stevens, though, in the starting lineup tonight. He's the leading scorer for this Middlebury team, averaging 17 points and 8 rebounds a game. Opting for a little bit of a smaller lineup. Sam Stevens, 6'5".
You know what? I don't see him down there. Shot put up, Evan Flax. Shot no good. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be Wittenberg basketball. I don't think he's with him.
Yeah, I'm not seeing him either down there on the bench, so hopefully.
Maybe it was one of those deals where he just had to be home for some reason. He had to leave.
Yeah, hopefully everything is okay with him. He's a very talented player. Got to see some of that yesterday, but we're going to get our
early
first timeout.
Yeah.
Our media timeout here.
It's going to be a full timeout, so we're going to take a break. You're listening to Wittenberg Basketball on the Wittenberg Sports Network. We'll be right back.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own path. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I did. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger-Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here.
Welcome back to Pam M. Smith Arena. Now, for all you Panther fans, do not worry. We have found Sam Stevens, and he is in the lineup. He must have been at the scorer's table, and we didn't see him because we were looking on the bench for him and said, gosh, we didn't see him. Then they called the timeout, and then he was in the middle of the huddle sitting there. So I'm sure he was at the scorer's table. So he is in, so don't worry, folks. He is out here, and he's a fine player for the Panthers. Panthers lose ball, though. Shot no good. Wittenberg with a rebound. Wittenberg with a basketball.
Yeah, Grayson Sturry and Galuch into the game now for the Tigers. Galuch had a pretty strong game yesterday, had a couple strong takes. Trey Killens for the first time.
Long three, no good. Rebound, Daniel Asher up and in.
Yeah, talked about it earlier. Daniel Asher would like to see him get going here, use some of his size, and he's got 6 early points now for the Tigers.
Back the other way, Evan Flax kicks it off. Three-pointer on the way, no good, but a nice rebound by Sam Stevens. But they lose the ball, throwing it in the lane. Ball's loose on the floor. We're going to have a jump ball. It'll be Middlebury basketball. And by the way, I think that was Noah Osher put up that three. Coming in the lineup, Dawson Scott for the Tigers. 8-6, Wittenberg on top here. 14:45 left to play in half number one. Also, Tristan Joseph in the lineup now for the Panthers. Got Tristan Joseph. Also have number 13, Mark Newell out there. Sam Stevens. Evan Flax. And and Jackson McCursey. Shot put up, no good. Rebound comes down. Shot put up, hook shot, no good. Thrown up by Mark Newell. Eddie Brown with a rebound. And now a foul on Evan Flax. That's his first. Then if you're Middlebury, you don't want to get him in foul trouble again tonight.
Yeah, that really hurt this Middlebury team yesterday, especially handling against that Redlands press. Evan Flax, I think he seems to be one of their best ball handlers. He's very composed, just a very good overall guard for a sophomore. And he handles the ball really well, and when he was out of the game, they really struggled to get the ball against that press last night.
Freshman Keith Rivers in the lineup. Nice shot from the baseline. Tyler Galuch used the glass. Falls in. Wittenberg up 10-6. Keith Rivers from Akron now in the lineup. Eddie Brown takes a seat for a rest. Dawson Scott also out there. Bounce pass inside. Mark Newell. Mark Newell still with the basketball. Over to Sam Stevens. He drives, puts a shot up. Didn't go in, but he's going to go to the line for 2. I think he's fouled by Tyler Galuch. So here we go. Sam Stevens going to be at the foul line for 2 free throws. Pierce on the way, nothing but net. Yeah, it was funny. We were surprised he wasn't in the starting lineup. Then we looked and didn't see him on the bench. We thought maybe something happened. He had to go home, but then he was at the scorer's table. So yeah, Sam Stevens hits them both.
Yeah, he had a tough game yesterday too, as most of his Middlebury team did. But he found it a little bit in the first half of yesterday's game, but was held pretty in check by that Redlands team.
10-8. Pass to Keith Rivers. Over to Grayson Sterry. Inside. Shot put up Tyler Galuch. No good. Rebound comes down to Jackson McCursey. McCursey with the basketball. Sam Stevens makes a move in the lane. Turnaround shot. 12-footer up and in. Nothing but net.
That's a nice-looking shot. Using his size to it is his advantage. 6'5", another one of those hybrid players who he's a pretty big kid, but he's very athletic and can jump over you, uses those long arms to rise up for the jumper and puts it in.
10-10. Keith Rivers has the ball down on the block. Goes in the lane, has it stolen away. by Mark Newell. Evan Flax going to drive. Evan Flax stops, pops, short shot up and in. Evan Flax scores. And a 6-0 run now for the Panthers. Middlebury on top, 12-10.
Yeah, not much Trey Killen so far tonight. Saw him take 1-3, but hasn't really had the ball too often in his hands. They're denying him the ball.
Grayson Sterry drives, dishes off. Trey Killen's in the corner. Thought about a three, now he's going to drive. Dishes off, Grayson Sterry, three on the way, up and in. Grayson Sterry, the freshman, with a big three. Freshman from Ashland. Wittenberg back on top, 13-12. Tristan Joseph with the basketball for the Panthers. Jackson McCursey over to Tristan Joseph. He's going to drive. And it's going to be, they're going to call a block on Grayson Sterry. And Tristan Joseph scores, so he's got a chance for an old-fashioned three. And if he hits it, they will be up two. In the lineup for Wittenberg, Cameron Harrison back in there. Also Dean Tate checking back in the lineup. Jaden Bobbitt back in the lineup for the Panthers of Middlebury. Also Noah Osher back in the lineup.
So first time we're seeing Dean Tate get some meaningful minutes. You know, the transition, he was a stud football player for our Wittenberg team, a good wide receiver, a big Division I transfer, played a really good football season, but now getting accustomed to basketball, seeing him starting to get implemented now in the rotation. We'll see how he can do.
All right, three-point play is finished. Old-fashioned three by Tristan Joseph. So 15-13, Middlebury on top. Tyler Galuch with the basketball. Over to Cameron Harrison, 12 on the shot clock. Inside to Dawson Scott. Dawson makes a move in the lane, kicks it out. Dean Tate, three on the way. Dean Tate no good. Dawson Scott with a rebound, and he is fouled. Jackson McCursey with a foul. Coming into the lineup, number 24, David Brennan back in the lineup, and now we've got
another media timeout on the floor.
Timeout. Let's see, is this going to be a full one? Media timeout's a full one. We'll take a break. It's 15-13 Middlebury here, 11:41 left to play in our first half. We'll be back after this.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
All right, back here at Pam M. Smith Arena, Wittenberg trails by 2, 15-13. I'm Dave Williams, along with J.J. Weisenberger. Glad you're with us tonight. Our last game of the Great Lakes Invitational. Cameron Harrison with the basketball. Eddie Brown back in the lineup. Eddie Brown, Daniel Asher in there. Dean Tate in. Daniel Asher shot up and in. Daniel Asher has done a nice job. I think that's 6 for him already. 15-15, 11-17 left to play here. In fact, make that 8 points for Daniel Asher. David Brennan, pass underneath. Sam Stevens. Drive, Tristan Joseph. He's had a nice first half so far. Tristan Joseph with a layup. And the Panthers back on top by 2. Cameron Harrison to Daniel Asher. Back to Cameron Harrison to Eddie Brown. Over to Jeff Queen. Jeff Queen dishes off. Daniel Asher to Dean Tate. Dean Tate. Bounce pass Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown, 3 on the way from right wing, no good. Rebound Tristan Joseph. Tristan Joseph dishes off. Sam Stevens with a drive. Sam Stevens off the glass, up and in. 4-point lead. And Matt Croce is not happy one bit. He calls the timeout. We'll keep it right here. 10:28 left to play in our first half. Middlebury up 19-15. if you're the Tigers, what do you do to get going here, JJ?
You got to find a way to find some sort of offensive identity. Right now, we're just getting content with reversing the ball around top. No one's looking really to score the basketball right now. We're only looking to pass the ball. Somebody's got to, take the initiative to try to get the ball to the hoop, try to make something happen on the offensive end, maybe get some off-ball movement. But right now, we're just getting content with going east and west rather than north and south. Got to find a way, maybe get some screening involved. Not too many screening right now in this offense. Daniel, we're just trying to get a lot of post-ups, and it's worked a little bit, but on those possessions it doesn't. We really have nothing else that we can really go to, so just need to find a way to get some movement on offense and find a way to get north and south.
Wittenberg back with both teams shooting pretty well, 7-13 for Wittenberg, 8-15 for Middlebury, both at 54% for Wittenberg, 53 for Middlebury. Daniel Asher, David Brennan playing him tough. Daniel Asher turnaround shot, no good. Rebound comes down to Sam Stevens. Sam Stevens with the basketball. 10 minutes left to play in the first half. 4-point lead for the Panthers. Tristan Joseph, nice pass to Noah Osher. Knocked down though, stolen by the Wittenberg. We're going to have a jump ball, so it should be Wittenberg possession, the alternating possession. Because we've already had one jump ball, I think, in this half. Wittenberg got the opening tip. So the Panthers got the first alternating possession. Now Wittenberg with the ball, so the arrow slides back towards the Panthers. 19-15. Wittenberg with the ball. They trail by 4. Middlebury looking for win number 1 on the year. Wittenberg looking to get win number 3. They are 2-2. Dean Tate stops, pops, 18-footer, no good. Rebound, Tristan Joseph. Tristan Joseph to Jaden Bobbitt. Bobbitt with a drive. Bobbitt turnaround shot, short, rebound, Dean Tate. Evan Flax getting ready to check back in along with Charlie Moore for Middlebury. Eddie Brown just made a terrible pass, just lost it out of his hand, but luckily got it back. Yeah, he's just getting ready to make a pass, just slipped right out of his hand. Jeff Queen with the basketball. Jeff Queen making her way into the lane. Jeff Queen, turnaround shot, 4-footer up and in, Jeff Queen.
Yeah, I like that drive from Jeff Queen. I would like to see him do that more, for being a 6'1", 6'2" guard. He is a very big guard, and he is very strong, and he's got some nice post moves. We've seen him do it a couple times now this season. He just doesn't do it that often. I'd like to see him get a little bit more aggressive on the offensive side of things.
Tigers back within 2, 19-17. Tristan Joseph with the basketball, 10 on the shot clock. Tristan Joseph with a drive, spin move, shot up with the right hand, no good. We're going to have a foul on Wittenberg. I think a foul's going to be on Daniel Asher. I think Matt Crosey's saying, was he in the restricted area? Or I think he might have been restricted area. So going to the foul line is going to be Tristan Joseph. Tristan Joseph's been very active here in the first half. He's got 5 points already. Looking for points number 6 and 7. 19-17, Middlebury on top. Free throw on the way. They'd love to get a win, make it a nice trip home to Vermont.
Yes, they would, especially after yesterday struggling a little bit. We've talked about this Redlands team a lot, and they just really looked uncomfortable on the court with them. So hopefully tonight it can kind of build on it and hopefully pull something out of this trip.
I think anybody would have struggled with Redlands, man. Yeah. They're really good. Hits both free throws. By the way, back in the lineup, Trey Killens and Cameron Harrison and Tyler Galuch. They joined Eddie Brown and Daniel Asher out there. Tyler Galuch loses control of the ball, but he gets it back to Daniel Asher, to Tyler Galuch. Tyler going to drive, shot off the glass, no good. But we're going to have a jump. Well, I thought we were going to have a jump ball. Eddie Brown gets it back to Tyler Galuch underneath, and we do have a jump ball, so going to give it back to Middlebury. Middlebury gets the possession. That'll flip the arrow back towards Wittenberg for the next one. 8:02 left to play. First half, 21-17 Middlebury with the basketball in the lead. Tristan Joseph with the basketball. Tyler Galuch on him. Noah Osher over to David Brennan. Back to Noah Osher. Back to Evan Flax. Over to Charlie Moore. Into David Brennan. He makes a nice move off the glass with left hand, too strong, no good. Rebound Trey Killens.
Trey Killen still looking to find his first basket on the day. Hasn't really had the ball too much in his hands and hasn't been too aggressive when he's had it. So we'll see right now. He has the ball. We'll see if he tries to get something going.
Trey Killen's with a drive off the glass, up and in. You called it, JJ.
Right on cue.
21-19. Trey Killen, see if we can get him going. Panthers throw the ball out to midcourt. David Brennan with the basketball. David Brennan in the lane. David Brennan out to Tristan Joseph. Tristan Joseph going to drive. Picks up his dribble to Evan Flax. Evan Flax going to drive. In the corner, Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore now with a driving lane. Misses the shot, but he is fouled. And let's see who this one's on. See if it's Daniel Asher or Eddie Brown.
Beyond Daniel Asher, his second. So Dawson Scott will stand up and get ready to come into him. But Wittenberg struggling a little bit on defense, staying in front of some of these Middlebury players. They're struggling to get in front of them, getting a lot of easy drives to the hoop, and now Middlebury taking advantage of it, drawing the foul, and they're going to head to the free throw line. We're going to get another media timeout.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
All right, welcome back here. Wittenberg Tigers. Charlie Moore going to be at the line for 2 free throws. Free throw on the way. Actually missed the first one, he missed the second one. Now we have a jump. Oh my goodness, I thought they were going to call a jump ball. Instead they call a foul on Eddie Brown. So 21-19, it'll be Middlebury basketball. They missed 2 free throws in the David Brennan, but to get the rebound and get fouled. Sam Stevens with the basketball. Sam Stevens with a drive. Sam Stevens going up with the right hand, no good. Rebound knocked around. Wittenberg gets it, and he is fouled by David Brennan, Tyler Galuch. So 24 fouls, 24 there, JJ.
Yeah, and right now Middlebury just hustling for a lot of these balls, winning a lot of these loose balls. Thankfully, Wittenberg able to come away with that one. Galuch comes up big, tracking the loose ball, but David Brennan coming up big on the offensive rebound on the free throw.
With the basketball, Trey Killen, 6:35 to play first half. Tigers trail by 2. Jeff Queen in the lane. Jeff Queen, nice bounce pass to Dawson Scott. He lays it up off the glass and in, reverse layup.
And once again, Jeff Queen getting deep into the paint there and forcing a couple Dawson Scott's defender to have to take a step up on him and delivers a beautiful pass.
So we're tied. Evan Flax, however, drives down, takes a short shot, 6-footer up and in. Every time Wittenberg ties it, Middlebury comes down right away and regains the lead.
Evan Flax, a really talented player we've talked about. It reminds me a lot of Luke Yoder and what we saw from the Illinois Wesleyan. Just one of those smaller, really quick point guards, tough to stay in front of. And there's Trey Killens taking a strong drive once again.
Drove the lane and laid it off the glass, and we're all knotted up again, 23-23.
And now Trey Killens starting to get going a little bit, getting the ball in his hands, 2 strong drives, and he's got his first 2 buckets.
I know when Tristan Joseph was in there, they had him on Trey. No, Osher shot put up too strong. Rebound, however, Charlie Moore with a nice rebound, 3-pointer up and in. No, Osher. Wittenberg, boy, they just can't grab a rebound. And another offensive board, or it was a long shot, though. Long rebound. And so that rebound really hurt them because then they end up hitting a 3. Tyler Galuch, 3 on the way, left corner, no good. Rebound knocked around, Evan Flax with it. Evan Flax quickly down court. Evan Flax going to go in for a shot, no good. Charlie Moore with the rebound up and in.
Another offensive rebound. Middlebury just hustling back. A couple of Wittenberg players now hustling back into the play right there, and it pays off for Middlebury.
28-23, Wittenberg down 5. So they tied at 23. But now 5-0 run. Jeff Queen, nice dish off to Dawson Scott, and he is fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, another good pass there from Jeff Queen. Jeff Queen now, 3 times he's gotten the ball down into the paint. Good things have happened.
David Brennan didn't like that call. I don't know if it's and they called the foul on him, I think. Oh, no, it was Charlie Moore got the foul. Yeah, I saw David Brennan talk to the official. I thought maybe he didn't like the call on him.
Yeah, well, he just picked up his first. I think that's why he didn't want that one on him, picking up 2 quick ones. And he's been a dominating force in the paint so far. He's been out-rebounding this Wittenberg team. Yeah, Middlebury already with 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah. Dawson Scott hits that first free throw, so Tigers back within 4. Jaden Bobbitt, by the way, back in lineup along with Tristan Joseph, so he misses the second shot. Tigers down 4. Remember, and Tristan Joseph was the one guarding Trey Killens. Jaden Bobbitt puts up a shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound to Eddie Brown, to Trey Killens. Jaden Bobbitt was kind of in trouble, then threw up a shot from baseline, didn't hit anything. It's too strong. Tyler Galuch, local product from Catholic Central, gives it to Trey Killens. Trey Killens with the basketball. Trey Killens in the lane, shot up, no good, but he is fouled. Trey Killens go good line for 2. See if that's on Jaden Bobbitt. It is Jaden Bobbitt, picks up the foul. So Trey Killens, if he hits both of these, can bring the Tigers back within a bucket.
Yeah, this is where we saw Trey Killens kind of take control of the game yesterday at the end of this first half and really started to get going. Once again now, late in the first half, he's got a couple of buckets. Now he drives it again, draws the foul, goes to the line.
Kuba Quilina now in the lineup for Middlebury. By the way, Trey hit that first free throw. Second free throw on the way, up and in, 28-26. Kuba Quilina had, I think, 3 threes in the game yesterday for Middlebury.
Yeah, and then because of that was the first game he's played in all season, and because of that, he earned himself a spot in the starting lineup for tonight's game.
Freshman, 6'6".
He's got good size and a nice-looking jumper.
He's got the ball right now, shot from the left elbow, up and in. Kuba Quilina with the basketball, with a bucket, 30-26. That was a good shot. Eddie Brown with the basketball. Back to Trey Killens. Jaden Bobbitt guarding him. Trey Killens going to drive the lane, tries to dish off, and is stolen.
Right idea. Jeff Queen's defender, though, takes a
pass head to
good
Charlie Moore.
Down.
And just like that, Tigers are down 6. 3:33 left to play in the first half. Trey Killens with the basketball to Dawson Scott. Over to Tyler Galuch. Nice bounce pass. Tyler Scott, nice bounce pass. Eddie Brown up off the glass net. Great pass by Dawson Scott.
Yeah, really liking the passing here in the last couple minutes from Wittenberg, doing a good job of finding the open guy and doing a good job, too, of off-ball cutting to the hoop when you realize your defender's helping up on that person with the ball. They're stepping up to the basket now and getting a couple of free layups for it.
32-28. Charlie Moore with the basketball, or made that Jaden Bobbitt to David Brennan. David Brennan going to drive, put the shot up off glass. No good, but Charlie Moore with the rebound. Charlie Moore misses a shot, got his own rebound, but he lost it. Jeff Queen with it.
Yeah, Wittenberg catching a break right there. Once again, Middlebury just outworking them on the offensive glass.
They're really hitting the boards. Eddie Brown drives, stops, pops short, got his own rebound. Eddie Brown going up again, up and in. That one bounced around the rim a little bit and fell through, and the Tigers again back within 2, JJ.
Yeah, really like that play. Like to see that aggression out of Eddie Brown. Haven't really seen that too much in his young career, but you know, he's got a big frame, he's got good athleticism. Would like to see to use it more here in that aggressive nature. Tristan
Joseph starts a drive, picks up his dribble, throws it Kuba Quilina. Bounce pass into David Brennan, and now we have, what happened? Did he call a foul or did he say Brennan stepped on the line?
I think he said he stepped out of bounds, but accidentally pointed the wrong way.
Okay, so we think it might be Wittenberg's ball. When we come back, we got 2:10. Well, I don't know. I don't know exactly what they called. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh, they're going over to look at the monitor, which they didn't do in the first game, and we thought they would on that one play there late. But they're over there looking at the monitor now. Maybe they're trying to decide if he stepped out of bounds or what happened. But 2:10 left to play in the first half. Wittenberg on the short end, 32-30. Wittenberg women win tonight, 76-60 over in Trine. They beat Albion. All right, so let's see what the call is. We can figure out what's going on here. 5 fouls on each team. It's going to be Middlebury basketball. It's going to be Middlebury basketball here. Jaden Bobbitt. So I don't know what that was all about, unless maybe they thought he stepped out. Kuba Quilina shot from the baseline, no good. Rebound again, almost in Middlebury, and that should be a foul. And they're going to call it. Kuba Quilina had him around the waist from the back, but I mean, he's fouling him when he did that, and they do call it. All right, in the lineup, Sam Stevens back in with Noah Osher. Kuba Quilina going to leave along with Tristan Joseph. Wittenberg trails by 2 with 2 minutes left to play in the first half. 32-30, Dave Williams along with J.J. Weisenberger. Glad you're with us tonight. Here from Pam Evans Smith Arena. The last of our 8 games here in the Great Lakes Invitational Tournament. Tyler Gluch with a drive. Tyler Gluch in the lane. Tyler Gluch forced up a shot, and he is fouled. It's going to be on, I think, let's see.
I believe 13.
Yeah, 13, Mark Newell is going to pick it up, I think. It is. Tyler Gluch going to go to the line for 2. So we'll see if the local product can bring the Tigers back to a tie. Of course, every time they get tied, man, it doesn't take Middlebury. Comes right down, scores right away. Free throw up and in. 32-31. Tigers down 1. I think we got another good ball game. Our first ball game tonight was terrific between Illinois Wesleyan and Marietta. Marietta pulled that one out. Second free throw, Tyler Gluch missed it, but Trey Killens with a rebound. So Tigers with an offensive board. 32-31, they could take the lead with a bucket. Eddie Brown with the basketball. This back in the lineup. Steery shot put up. Grayson Steery shot no good. Evan Flax ahead. No Osher, 3 on the way. No good. Tip no good. Rebound Wittenberg. Eddie Brown to Jeff Queen. Minute 15 to play first half. Grayson Steery dishes back to Jeff Queen. 3 on the way. No good. Rebound Noah Osher. And Coach Jeff Brown's imploring him, move, go down the court. Have an offensive foul. And boy, Trey Killens did not like that. He got knocked down by Jackson McCursey, and Trey Killens got up and had some words. Offensive foul on the pick.
So that'll be McCursey's second foul, and it'll bring
foul number 8, but it's an offensive foul, so it's no free throws.
So David Brennan will check back in for him.
Yeah, Trey Killens did not like that one bit. He jumped up.
And we know Trey Killens, he plays with a lot of emotion and a lot of energy.
Well, Jackson McCursey's 6'8", so man, you know.
That screen probably, he's going to feel that one in the morning.
Yeah, he probably did feel that. Steery's shot no good, but he is fouled. He's going to go to the line. And if he hit both, they'll put Wittenberg back on top. He needs at least one to put it in a tie. 32-31, 49 seconds left to play in the first half. Grayson Steery at the line, the freshman from Ashland.
Yeah, Wittenberg as a team so far this season, not the best from the free throw line, right around 64%. And that's been a pretty common theme from all these teams in this tournament. Not too many good free throw shooting teams. I mean, Middlebury coming into this game shooting 55% from the line. Yeah, I think it's the day and age where these kids are worried more about shooting threes than free throws.
Yeah.
So
Grayson Steery tied the ball game with the first shot. He puts Tigers on top of that second one. So 33-32, Wittenberg's on a 7-0 run because they were down 32-26. Noah Osher with the basketball. Noah drives, picks up his dribble. To Sam Stevens. Sam's going to drive. Spin move, goes up, shot off the glass, up and in. He's a good-looking player.
Yeah, a really strong finish right there over the top of Galuch. Just kept his pivot foot strong right there. But now it'll give Wittenberg the opportunity for the last shot and the lead going into halftime.
Middlebury on top, 34-33, shot clock off. Trey Killens with the basketball, being guarded by Evan Flax. Now being guarded by David Brennan. Trey Killens dishes off Jeff Queen. Jeff Queen puts up a mid-range shot. No good. Rebound. Shot put up, but it wasn't going to count anyway. It was after the buzzer. So we're at halftime. Your score at the end of 20 minutes of play, it's Middlebury 34 and Wittenberg 33. Let's take a look at the individual scoring here in the first half. First for Middlebury, 2 points each for Kuba Quilina and David Brennan. 4 points each for Charlie Moore and Evan Flax. 7 points each for Tristan Joseph and Noah Osher. And Sam Stevens leads the way with 8 points at the break for Middlebury. For Wittenberg, 2 points each for Jeff Queen and Cameron Harrison. 3 points each for Dawson Scott and Tyler Galuch. 4 points for Eddie Brown. 5 points for Grayson Steary. 6 points for Trey Killens, and Daniel Asher had 8 early in the ballgame, and he's got 8 points to lead the Tigers here at the break. I think the Tigers would love to see a little more scoring out of Cameron Harrison and Jeff Queen. But we'll see what happens. 34-33. We're going to take a break. When we come back with about 2 minutes left before it starts the second half, we'll go over all the team numbers from the first half. We're at halftime, and Middlebury on top 34-33. We'll be back in about 12 minutes.
To rise above the competition, generations of Wittenberg Tigers have been encouraged to reach down deep for something more. More than skill or strength, more than precision or power, they were asked to do something extra, something beyond themselves. They needed to tiger up. Coined by a Hall of Fame coach and chanted repeatedly for decades since, Tiger Up serves as the rallying cry for championship teams and All-American performances. It calls us to greater determination and an unwavering spirit. To wear the red and white of Wittenberg is an honor, a tradition of excellence to uphold. So is the opportunity to Tiger Up. It's more than a phrase, it's a legacy that binds us, uniting us in victorious celebration and spurring us on to greater heights, even in defeat. Tiger Up echoes across campus, bridging the past and the present as we stand together as Wittenberg Tigers. With the trademark now officially ours, we embrace a new era where the roar of the Tigers resounds louder than ever before. And through it, we will continue to define what it means to compete at the highest levels, inspired by tradition and in full embrace of a promising future. Tiger Up.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
All right, back here at Wittenberg University and Pam M. Smith Arena is halftime. We're a couple minutes away from start of second half. Middlebury on top 34-33. Middlebury in the first half 14 of 32, 44%. Wittenberg 13 of 27, 48%. Beyond the arc, Wittenberg just 1 of 8, 13% when you round it up. And Middlebury 1 of 4, 25%. Middlebury 5 of 7 from the foul line, 71%. Wittenberg 6 of 8, 75%. Turnovers, really not many turnovers. 4 for Wittenberg, 2 for Middlebury. Points off turnovers, 4 for Middlebury, 2 for Wittenberg. Total rebounds, Middlebury on top 18-16. Offensive boards, Middlebury on top there 8-6. Assists, 8 for each team. Blocks, 1 for each team. Steals, 4 for Middlebury, 1 for Wittenberg. Bench points, 11 for Wittenberg, 17 for Middlebury. Second chance points, Middlebury leads at 7-6. Points in the paint, all knotted up 22-22. And fast break points, Middlebury 2, Wittenberg nothing. Tigers going to try and break a losing streak. You talked about they lost at home the other night, and they'd like to get back on the winning streak. But the Panthers, they're looking for their first win of the year, and they've lost some tough games.
Yeah, all in all, it's been a pretty even game. I mean, even on the stat sheet, it's been a clean game. Both teams not turning the ball over well. Both teams relying on scoring on the inside. Not too much outside shooting, only 2 threes combined between the two teams. And it's just been a grinded-out battle type of game, a very physical game inside the paint right now. It'll be good that Wittenberg can get Daniel Asher back. Got those 2 fouls in the first half. Didn't play much of the last 8 minutes. Middlebury was able to take advantage of that and get a couple offensive rebounds, get some second chance opportunities. But all in all, yeah, it's shaping up to be another really good game. These last 2 games have been phenomenal so far. 1-point advantage. This game feels like it's not really leaning at one way or another. It's just going to be a matter of who can get some big buckets down the stretch, who can play them better defense, and ultimately who can win the rebounding battle. Middlebury got the slight edge there in the first half by 2, but they've got a couple big offensive rebounds. They're winning a couple of those hustle plays. Would like to see the offense start to ramp up a little bit more for Wittenberg, get Trey Killens more involved. But, it's going to be a really exciting second half. I'm super excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great ending to a great weekend of basketball. It's
going to be Wittenberg basketball start second half, and it's going to be this original starting 5 for the Panthers. Jaden Bobbitt, Noah Osher, Evan Flax, Charlie Moore, and David Brennan. For the Tigers, going to be Cameron Harrison, Jeff Queen, Trey Killens, Daniel Asher, and Eddie Brown. So each team's going to have their original starting 5s out there. And now I think, trying to think, for some reason they're sending Eddie Brown across. Oh, okay, because he's going to inbound from over there. So it'll be Wittenberg ball to start the second half. They trail 34-33. Inbound into Trey Killens. So 20 minutes left in the Great Lakes Invitational Tournament. It's been a fun tournament. Some great teams. Nice pass, Daniel Asher, Jeff Queen up off the glass and in.
Yeah, I love that play from Croce coming out of the break there. A good job finally getting into a set. We don't see Wittenberg run too many sets like that often. And, I'd like to see it do more, especially with the struggles the offense have had recently.
35-34, Evan Flax. Out to Jaden Bobbitt. Jaden Bobbitt inside to David Brennan. David Brennan makes a move, dishes off to Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore doubled up, passes back out. Jaden Bobbitt going to drive. Jaden Bobbitt goes up, loses the ball out of bounds. They say Wittenberg hit it last. 7 seconds on the shot clock. So the Panthers have 7 seconds to get up a shot. Evan Flax shot from baseline up and in. And just like on cue, when Wittenberg takes the lead, Middlebury just comes right back and scores quickly.
Yeah, it's been that type of game. So Cam Harrison now is going to rise up. Good to see him.
So, and we were saying before half we need Cameron Harrison and Jeff Queen to maybe do a little more scoring, and they got the first 2 buckets here. Sorry, JJ.
No, you're good.
Ahead.
But I was just going to say, we saw Cameron Harrison. He opened up the game the same way, and we thought, man, that's going to be a good sign. Wittenberg get to see him be a little bit more aggressive. Saw it last night in the second half of the Illinois Wesleyan game. Saw him hit a couple buckets, and he started out the game the same way. A good bucket right there from David Brennan.
Yeah, David Brennan, left-hand hook shot, and they're back on top 38-37.
But in good signs is Wittenberg coming out and scoring the ball in the second half. That's what hurt him against that Illinois Wesleyan game last night, is they struggled to score the ball to start the second half. Now Trey Killens.
What a great drive by Trey Killens. Put it up. Had the big man in front of him, but he put the ball down, put it back up, and scored. And Wittenberg again on top. So right now they're trading baskets, JJ.
A lot of lead changes. We saw 7 in the first half. 8 times it was tied. nobody had a bigger lead than 6, and it was Middlebury late in that first half, but Wittenberg responded well. Now here comes David
Brennan again in the lane. Turn around, hook shot again, up and in. He's had back-to-back hook shots. 40-39. Cameron Harrison with the basketball. 17:58 to play in our ball game. Daniel Asher makes a move. Turnaround shot in the lane, off the glass, no good. Eddie Brown with a rebound. He is fouled by Charlie Moore.
Yeah, really good job. Good hustle play from Eddie Brown. We talked about it. Middlebury was winning those hustle plays in the first half, so good to see Eddie Brown come out with one to start out half number 2.
Sam Stevens and Tristan Joseph back out there for Middlebury. It'll be interesting to see if Tristan Joseph now starts guard. Yeah, he's right on Trey Killens.
Yeah, both those two had a good first half off the bench. Sam Stevens, 8 points, 7 points for Tristan Joseph.
Cameron Harrison with the basketball, bounce pass to Trey Killens. Trey Killens. Tristan Joseph on him. Trey Killens going to drive, kicks it off. Eddie Brown shot through corner. Three-pointer, no good. Rebound knocked out of bounds. David Brennan, he can't save it. Be Wittenberg ball.
You know, it's so tough. Trey Killens is so quick. He goes right every time, and I think the defense knows that, and he's still they're not able to stop him to getting back to that right hand, and he always finds a way to get deep into the paint. That time doing a good job finding Eddie Brown wide open in the corner. Just wasn't able to connect on it.
Eddie Brown had a good look at that three-pointer, just didn't go. Cameron Harrison with the basketball. Cameron Harrison, 12 on the shot clock. Daniel Asher. Over to Cameron Harrison. Cameron Harrison. Over to Daniel Asher. 4 on the shot clock. Got to get a shot off. Daniel Asher going to lose it. Going to be a shot clock violation. So Matt Croce can't be too happy about that. Can't get a shot off.
Yeah, just got a little bit too stagnant there. You need Cam Harrison or Jeff Queen, Trey Killens to come up and get the ball right there. Daniel Asher just got stuck in a bad spot outside of the arc there late in the shot clock. You need one of your ball handlers to come and get the ball, get you into something, or try to get the ball to the hoop.
Evan Flax and Noah Osher. Noah Osher stops, pops, whip mid-range, up and in. Nice shot by Noah Osher. About a 17-footer. And 42-39, three-point lead for the Panthers. Cameron Harrison with the basketball. Cameron Harrison shot from the foul line, partially blocked. Tristan Joseph with the rebound. Ahead to Evan Flax. Evan Flax going to drive. Evan Flax dishes off. This pass stolen by Daniel Asher.
Yeah, unfortunately got a little too out of control. Didn't really go in there with a plan or a motive, and just
Eddie
threw that
Brown
one away.
Misses a shot. Ball's loose on the floor. Daniel Asher gets it, dishes off, but now we're going to have a foul. Oh, they're going to call a block on Sam Stevens. He was in the restricted area.
He might have been in the restricted area. Yeah. It was close. Unfortunate there. Good job from Sam Stevens, just sitting there and waiting and absorbing the contact from big Daniel Asher. Just unfortunately in the wrong spot of the court.
I thought they were going to call a charge, but I do think he was in the more I look at it, I think he probably was in the semicircle.
Yeah, that was my first thought, the way he was laying. So Wittenberg gets a refresh now.
Eddie Brown with the basketball. Sam Stevens on him to Trey Killens. Tristan Joseph on in. Trey Killens going to drive. Shot, 14-footer up, no good. Rebound comes down Sam Stevens. Evan Flax with the basketball to Noah Osher. Noah Osher. Bounce past Tristan Joseph. He tried to dunk it. He got fouled. Now we're going to have a technical foul, I think, on somebody. David Brennan went at Daniel Asher. The officials talking to, so I don't know who got the technical.
I think Daniel Asher did. Daniel Asher gave him a little shove after the play there.
So you can't be losing your composure. But David Brennan got mad, got up. Tristan Joseph tried to dunk it, just got fouled. Now they're talking it over and see what the officials come up with. Yeah, so it's going to be 2 shots for Tristan Joseph, and then it could be 2 shots for technical.
That'll be really unfortunate if that technical is on Daniel Asher, because not only does he pick up the personal foul, he picks up the technical too, and that'll bring it up to 4 in total, and he'll be right back to the bench, which happened to him last night too.
All right, so we have a technical foul. We're going to take a break. We've got exactly 16 minutes to play. When we come back, man, Middlebury's going to have, count them, 4 free throws coming. We'll be back right after this.
I'm thrilled to be at Wittenberg at this time and place, as the university is perfectly positioned to welcome an esports program like none other. Wittenberg's impressive athletics tradition and Tiger Up spirit, mixed with a strong commitment to student success, will allow for a program that competes at the highest level while also caring deeply for each player, both personally and professionally. Esports at Wittenberg will not only be about gaming, but will also be about changing the game. Together, we will build a supportive, dynamic community as we bring our own distinct light to the global phenomenon of esports right here in Springfield, Ohio. It's time to Tiger Up. Let's go.
All right, back here at Pam M. Smith Arena. 16 minutes exactly to go in our ball game. Wittenberg trails by 3, but there's been a foul call. Tristan Joseph tried to dunk it, got fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2. Then we're going to have 2 technical free throws. In fact, let's see. I think it should be the shooting foul first, but let's wait and see.
Yeah, really unfortunate for Wittenberg, though, because Daniel Asher not only picked up the personal foul, he picked up the technical foul as well.
So it's going to be the technical shot first. Noah Osher going to have to shoot the technical free throws. 42-39.
So Daniel Asher back to the bench once again. Missed most of that first half and then just lost a little bit of his cool there.
Technical foul's a personal foul, so he picked up 2 fouls in a span of seconds. Noah Osher good with the free throw. 4-point lead. Noah Osher good with a free throw. 5-point lead. Now Tristan Joseph going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Everybody will line up.
Now on the line for the personal foul free throws, Tristan Joseph.
So we talked about they could come out of this with a 7-point lead. Free throw up and in, and they're big. I think Wittenberg's biggest deficit maybe was it 6?
Yeah, it was. Middlebury led by 6 with 3:40 to go in half number 1.
Second free throw up and in. So a 7-point lead now for the Panthers. Now, have some officials discussing something. 46-39, Wittenberg trails by 7. Next Wittenberg home game will be Tuesday night, right here against Mount St. Joe's. Jackson Lightcap will have all the action for that one.
So another discussion at the scorers table here, trying to figure something out. Not exactly sure, but it looks like we're ready to resume play here.
46-39, Middlebury with the lead. Wittenberg with the basketball. Trey Killens to Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown over to Trey Killens. Trey Killens is fouled by Tristan Joseph.
So didn't see too many fouls there in half number 1, but now already with 5, the first 4 minutes of play here in half number 2.
It was pretty much a foul-free first half.
Pretty clean, not too many free throws, but.
Eddie Brown to Trey Killens. Grayson Sterry back in the lineup. Over to Eddie Brown, back to Grayson Sterry. Over to Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown's going to drive. Eddie Brown picks up his dribble. Out to Jeff Queen, 3-pointer up and in. Tigers needed that one.
Yeah, big shot from Jeff Queen right there, and a really good job of Eddie Brown getting down underneath the basket. You don't like to see him pick up his dribble in that spot, but doing a good job of finding the open man, and Jeff Queen to get into the open window there, and he hits a big shot for the Tigers.
46-42, Tigers back within 2 buckets. See if they can get a stop here. Panthers with the basketball. Sam Stevens with the ball. David Brennan's had some really nice hook shots here in this half. Evan Flack, shot off the glass, up and in. He is a good-looking player, too. You know, they really missed him yesterday when he had to sit for foul trouble. 48-42. Middlebury back on top by half a dozen. Grayson Sterry drives, picks up his dribble. He goes out to Jeff Queen, over to Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown, Sam Stevens on him, back to Jeff Queen. Jeff Queen makes a move in the lane, dishes out. Grayson Sterry open for a 3. No good. Rebound comes down to Noah Osher.
Yeah, but once again, Jeff Queen, when he's been able to get it into the paint, a lot of good things have happened, a lot of good openings and good looks. Just unfortunately there, the shot from Sturry, just no good.
David Brennan had those great hook shots, but there he got a nice pass and looked like it's going to be an easy layup, but he shot it too strong and missed. Trey Killens comes down, he scores, but he's fouled, but it's not going to count. Foul first, and that's 2 fouls now on Tristan Joseph. Jaden Bobbitt back in the lineup along with number 21, Jackson McKersey. Oh, the Tigers, Dawson Scott back in the lineup for the Tigers. Yeah, and you couldn't blame Grayson Steery for taking that three because he was wide open. Nobody around him, just didn't hit it.
Yeah, those are probably the tougher ones to shoot. You're in college now. You don't get too many good looks at three like that.
Or Jeff Queen missed a shot, got a block, but he got the rebound and scored. I think he thought he got fouled. He's kind of barking at the official. You got to watch that.
Especially with already picking up a technical foul on your team. It's going to be a short leash for the Tigers. But, again, a strong take, a strong offensive rebound, and another strong finish.
Tristan Joseph, 3 up and in. Tristan Joseph. I think he has shot the ball better tonight than he did last night. But now we also have a foul on somebody.
21 of Middlebury.
Jackson McKersey.
Pick up his third.
But the bucket's going to count. 51-44. That's McKersey's third foul.
So now it looks like the officials are going to review this one maybe.
I think Matt Croce's saying, well, I don't know. Is he saying there should be a technical? I don't know what's going on. They're going to come over and review it. Yeah, again, Wittenberg will be taking on Mount St. Joe's on Tuesday night right here. Jordan Lightcap will have the call. You going to be here doing the color on that one?
I might be doing PA for that one. That's what my normal role is. But we'll see what we continue down the road. But I'll do a good mixture of everything here.
And then, of course, the women play tomorrow against Trine in the Trine tournament. Women got a big win tonight against Albion, 76-60.
I'll do it.
Well, the officials are discussing things, so it'll be interesting to see what they come up with here, JJ.
Yeah, still a discussion. All the Middlebury players getting back on defense, so I'm guessing they think it's going to be nothing coming out of it. But still a discussion. We'll see what the call is here. But back and forth we go. Some strong offensive performances to start this second half from both sides. Production we haven't really seen from these two teams, especially this weekend.
13:30 left to play in our ball game. Tigers trail by 7. They hit a 3 and brought it to 4, but then Tristan Joseph came down. He hit a 3, put it back up to 7. Yeah, Tristan Joseph played decent, but I don't think he shot as well as he's doing today. He's doing a nice job out there. Eddie Brown. To Trey Killens. Back to Grayson Steery. Back to Trey Killens. Move in the lane. Trey Killens goes up. Shot. No good. He is fouled. Going to go to the line for 2.
And that'll be on Tristan Joseph once again. A quick 3 fouls for him now in the last couple possessions. But now you can see the officials now after that technical, a little bit of a shorter leash on their whistle right now, calling some fouls that they didn't really call too much in the first half.
I think Tristan Joseph, let's see, they've got 6 guys. Oh, no, the one guy's Osher's at scores table. He's coming in for Tristan Joseph. No, Osher's done a nice job tonight also. Tristan Joseph has 12 points. Trey Killens hit the first free throw. Second one on the way, hits that one also. So 5-point lead, 51-46. Evan Flax with the basketball to Jaden Bobbitt. Ahead to Sam Stevens, back to Jaden Bobbitt, over to Evan Flax. Evan Flax quickly and over to Sam Stevens. Easy layup coming in. He missed it, but he got fouled. Nice pass, and he had a clear path to the basket, and he got fouled going up. So Sam Stevens is going to try and get those 2 points back for the Panthers.
Yeah, Wittenberg a little out of sorts here on the defensive side of things tonight. Just a little bit late on rotations, a couple of late steps, and Middlebury's been able to take advantage of it.
Sam Stevens hits first free throw, 52-46. Second free throw on the way, up and in. Sam Stevens hits them both, 53-46. Panthers up 7. Cameron Harrison was ready to check in. Somehow they missed him, so they blew the whistle, going to let him come in. Also Tyler Galuch in. Trey Killen's going to leave along with Jeff Queen.
So now this is going to be a big stretch of play here. No Trey Killens or no Jeff Queen, your leading scorers tonight. Jeff Queen really started to get into a rhythm, but now none of them in the game. Going to need to see somebody step up. Eddie Brown, Cam Harrison.
Trey Killens with 10 points and Jeff Queen with 9. Eddie Brown, Grayson Sterry drives. He out to Cameron Harrison, 3 on the way. It's going to be woefully short. And I think we're going to have a foul on Wittenberg. Jump ball.
Yeah, it was really unfortunate there for Dawson Scott because I don't think he wanted to really get caught up there. It's just it looked like McCursey, who's checking out of the game now, was just gripping onto the ball, and unfortunately Dawson Scott's arms got locked in there and just –
David Brennan and Charlie Moore back in lineup. They join Noah Osher, Jaden Bobbitt, and Sam Stevens out there. Middlebury trying to pick up win number 1. They've played a tough schedule. So they've lost a couple of really close games, and then they played a tremendous Redlands team yesterday. Sam Stevens, 3 on the way, short, just barely hit the rim. We haven't had too many shots where they're threes and they were just rimmed out or something. They either hit them or they're way off, seems like. Tyler Galuch out to Cameron Harrison. Cameron, shot, up, in. Cameron Harrison.
He's got the mid-range working tonight.
Yep, 53-48, 11:55 to play. All kinds of time left in the ball game. Noah Osher to Charlie Moore. Charlie Moore with the basketball. He's got 4 points tonight. Charlie drives, dishes off to David Brennan. Ball's loose on the floor. Tyler Galuch gets it, gives it to Cameron Harrison.
Yeah, good hustle there from both Galuch and Sturry to go make a play on that one.
Grayson Sterry drives, throws up a wild shot. Oh, my goodness. It almost went in. That thing rolled off the rim. That would have been a circus shot.
Yeah, but I really like the drive from Grayson Sturry. You know, the freshman, he's been in and out of the rotation this year, but really starting to look more and more comfortable with the ball. He's a talented ball handler, a really good shooter, so good to see him start to get more confidence and as he builds experience.
All right, another long timeout. We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this. Wittenberg trails 53-48 to Middlebury.
I don't need giant stadiums. I don't need to be lectured. The world telling me how it's all falling apart before I've even gotten started. What I need is my own pen. I need mentors, advisors, and brilliant minds who put just as much into my success as I do. I need more than a university. I need a partner who believes that a higher education takes all of us.
All right, welcome back here to Pam Evans Smith Arena. Grayson Sterry going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Wittenberg trailing by 5. See if he can cut it to 3. The Ashland freshman free throw on the way, in and out. So that's killer when you're behind. You love to score with the clock off. Grayson Sterry, second free throw on the way, up and in. 53-49. Tigers back within 4. Jaden Bobbitt calling a play out. Jaden Bobbitt to Noah Osher. Noah Osher back to Jaden Bobbitt. Bounce pass. Well, he's going to bounce pass to David Brennan. Now he does. David Brennan just traveled.
He started running without the ball there. And this lineup right now for Wittenberg, bringing a little bit of a new energy and feel to the court right now, playing some really hard defense, bringing a lot of energy, getting some good movement on offense.
David Brennan upset with himself. He definitely traveled. Cameron Harrison with the basketball. Cameron Harrison starts a drive. Now dishes back out. Tyler Galuch. Tyler Galuch with a drive. Tyler Galuch has a shot short. Tried to put it up with the left hand.
Good take, but Sam Stevens just some really solid defense, trailing him, using those long arms to get a tip on that and get a block to his name.
Bounce pass into Brennan. Out. Charlie Moore, 3, no good. Rebound Cameron Harrison. Charlie Moore had a wide open three, just didn't go. Tyler Gluch back in the lane. Tyler Gluch off the glass, up and in.
Yeah, really strong take right there. Just bullies him down into the paint and then rises up.
10:25 to play in our ball game. 2-point lead for Middlebury, 53-51. Sam Stevens, nice dish off to Charlie Moore. Missed the shot, however. Now we're going to have a jump ball. Should be Wittenberg possession on the alternating possession.
Once again, another stop, and I really like this motto of play right now from Wittenberg. They're just playing good, hard defense because at the end of the day, you're trailing by 4, you're trailing by 6. It's not a big deficit. You just got to get one stop at a time, and that's what they're focusing on. Another big stop, and now a chance to tie or take the lead.
Evan Flax and Tristan Joseph back in the lineup for Middlebury. Evan Flax, things really seem to run smoother for them when he's out there. He's a good-looking ball player, and Tristan Joseph having a great game tonight. Cameron Harrison to Grayson Steary. Over to Tyler Galuch. Bounce pass to Dawson Scott. Dawson makes a move. Dawson dishes back Grayson Steary. Grayson Steary still with the ball. Turnaround shot in the lane. Oh, banked it in. First Federal's open for a deposit, and we're tied 53-53.
Yeah, and if you're Evan Flax, you got to be pretty upset. You played some really solid defense. That's just a tough shot, and he banks it in. And now tie game. The energy now starting to favor the home team.
Now, JJ, here's the question. Did you hear him call bank?
I heard something. I don't know if it was bank.
Tristan Joseph with a drive. Dishes off. Sam Stevens. 7 on the shot clock. Sam Stevens with a drive. Sam Stevens turnaround shot. Rolls around, no good. Wittenberg with a rebound. Tigers can regain the lead here. Cameron Harrison to Grayson Steary. Long three. No good. Didn't hit anything but the backboard.
Freshman feeling himself right there.
Tristan Joseph. Nice play by Grayson Steary. Knocked the ball away from Tristan Joseph. Ahead to Steary. A three again. No good. Man, things going wild and crazy there. Grayson Steary feeling it, but he's not hitting the threes.
Yeah, not a fan of that shot right there. You had a 3-on-1 opportunity in the fast break. Would like to see him be aggressive at the hoop right there, get the numbers advantage, and hopefully try to take the lead.
Grayson Steary tonight is 1 for 3 from three-point land. Long shot put up, no good. Rebound Wittenberg, 8:20 left to play. 53-53, we're all knotted up. Wittenberg looking for their first lead of the second half. Timeout Wittenberg, we'll keep it right here. Game getting pretty good down the stretch here, JJ.
Yeah, it is, and I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Cameron Harrison here in the second half. Doing a pretty good job facilitating the offense, doing a good job of getting the ball, distributing it around, getting some good off-ball movement, something we haven't really seen from Wittenberg so far. That lineup, I said that was going to be a big key stretch right now with Trey Killens, Jeff Queen out of the game, and they really stepped up to the challenge, played some really good hard defense, found a way to get boards even though they were undersized and undermatched in the strength and size department, and doing a good job pushing the ball, moving the ball around, and getting some big-time buckets. Now we've got a tie game. 8 minutes to go. It's going to be we're in for a wild finish.
Yeah, it's going to be Noah Osher, Evan Flax checking into the lineup, Jackson McCursey. They join Sam Stevens and Tristan Joseph. That's going to be the 5 out there for Middlebury. When we come back, we've got 8 minutes and 15 seconds left to play. 53-53. Wittenberg has not led this half. It'll be, looks like, I think Trey Killen's back in there, Cameron Harrison. Can't see right now.
I think it's Keith Rivers, Eddie Brown, Cam Harrison, Trey Killens, and Jeff Queen.
All right, Jeff Queen.
Eddie Brown
Trey
playing
Killens,
a lot of minutes tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Keith Rivers, and Eddie Brown.
Yeah, Eddie Brown's pretty solid. 4 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists
Keith
from the
Rivers,
sophomore.
He's getting a little more playing time, isn't he, from Akron?
Yeah,
Keith Rivers?
He is. He's a good athletic big, and excited to see his development over the coming years. But again, just another one of those tall, good athletes that Wittenberg was able to recruit.
And just a freshman, 6'6". Tigers looking to regain the lead. Cameron Harrison over to Jeff Queen. Now Tristan Joseph is on Jeff Queen. To Trey Killens, 5 on the shot clock. Trey's going to have to drive, put up a shot off the glass, up and in. Wittenberg has regained the lead, 55-53.
Man, he is tough to stop when he gets going downhill. He had 3 defenders around him, and somehow he's the only one that comes out of it. Easy layup, Wittenberg retakes the lead.
Trey Killens with 12 points now, their first lead here in the second half. Evan Flax stops, pops, baseline up and in. Man, Evan Flax, he is a smooth player. That's points number 9 and 10 for him. Jeff Queen open for 3, up and in. Jeff Queen open 3 from the left wing. Timeout, Jeff Brown, 30-second timeout. 58-55, 7:22 to play. Wittenberg on top by 3.
Yeah, I'd love to see the energy, too, coming from this Wittenberg team. Not something we've seen too often, and even dating back to last year, beginning of this year, not too much energy, but you see Jeff Queen showing some emotion, the senior. Big-time shot. I love the transition pass, too. Trey Killens, eyes up down the floor. No one was guarding Jeff Queen. Jeff Queen just sets, fires, big-time shot. He's up to double digits now.
Yeah, he's also got 12 along with Trey Killens. You know, our first game tonight was excellent, Illinois Wesleyan and Marietta, and we hope this game could, and this game is another gem going right down to the wire. 58-55, two good teams, Middlebury. And this Middlebury, you folks at Middlebury, you fans, don't give up on, this is going to be a good team. They've lost some really close games. They're still in this one. They got plenty of time. They can come back and win this thing too. And Wittenberg trying to get win number 3, but both these teams are, I think they have pretty good seasons.
Yeah, you could really tell both these teams really want to win right now. Both these teams really need a win overall for the program and overall for the season. But you could tell these two teams want it bad. They want to end this weekend off. Both of them had a tough start, played some tough juggernaut teams. Now got a chance against each other. Close game, battling down the stretch. Every bucket right now, you've got to earn it. You've got to play some tough, hard-nosed defense. And we're in for a very fun finish.
Well, if you're Wittenberg, you don't want to lose 2 games at home. But if you're Middlebury, man, do you want to go all the way back to Vermont with no wins? If they get this win, they'll be so much nicer for them on their flight back. I assume they flew in. Either that or going to be a long bus ride. I'd be happy.
Yeah,
but
really
hopefully
long
they
bus
flew.
ride.
They want to have a long bus ride. Sam Stevens drives. He's going to tie it. No, he missed the shot, but he got fouled by Trey Killens.
And just some miscommunication on defense. You don't want to see that out of the timeout. No one was guarding their leading scorer, Sam Stevens. He came into this game averaging 17 points per game. No one picks him up right there. He takes it right at it.
Yeah, I actually called like he was going to score. I thought he was going to score easy, and by the way, that foul was on Keith Rivers, not on Trey Killens. Sam Stevens, free throw up and in. By the way, it wouldn't have tied it, of course. Wittenberg up 3. Jeff Queen hit a 3. So now it's 58-56. Sam Stevens can bring back within a point.
I want to point out McCursey there down in the paint doing a really good job of just boxing out Keith Rivers as Sam Stevens was driving down the paint right there.
58-57, Sam Stevens hits both free throws. 7 minutes to play in our ball game. The final game of the Great Lakes Classic. Cameron Harrison shot from about 15-footer up and in. Great Lakes Invitational, our last game of the Great Lakes Invitational.
Now, once again, we've got some extracurricular after the play. McCursey and Keith Rivers getting locked up, and it'll be a double foul.
Oh, yeah, they called double foul on both teams. So that'll be Middlebury's 8th foul, Wittenberg with 4.
That's McCursey's 4th.
Oh, wow. He's going to leave the ball game. David Brennan coming back in.
And what I really liked after that play is Cam Harrison, realizes tensions are hot right now. You don't want to lose your cool, especially with the freshman Keith Rivers in this big moment, maybe for the first time. He brings the team in a huddle, gets them together at half court. Don't want to get involved in any extracurriculars. You've already been teed up this game. Don't give yourself a chance to do it again.
Dawson Scott back in the lineup for the Tigers. Evan Flax drive, shot off the glass. No good, rebound. Jeff Queen picks it up to Trey Killens. Dawson Scott back in for the Tigers. And of course, David Brennan back in for McCursey for the Panthers. Trey Killens, 3 on the way. No good. Rebound comes down. David Brennan. Ahead to Tristan Joseph. Going to be an easy bucket. Oh, he missed the layup, but right there, Noah Osher. Right there, Johnny on the spot with a rebound up and in. I couldn't believe Tristan Joseph, wide open layup, just missed it.
That's the second time that's happened, too. Wittenberg is able to force a stop in transition, but no one's hustling back into the play. They get a free offensive rebound and a bucket for it.
60-59, Wittenberg lead at 1. Shot put up and in by Eddie Brown. Nice play by Eddie Brown to back his man down, go off the glass.
And once again, starting to see these other Wittenberg players getting more and more comfortable. Cam Harrison now hitting he's 4 mid-range jumpers, and Eddie Brown having a phenomenal game tonight so far, as well as Jeff Queen.
Evan Flax at Tristan Joseph. to David Brennan. In the corner, Sam Stevens, three-pointer on the way, count it. We're all tied 62.
Just a massive shot right there from Sam Stevens, the junior guard, the leading scorer.
Didn't hesitate either. Trey Killens to Jeff Queen to Cameron Harrison. Over to Eddie Brown. Eddie Brown's going to drive. Eddie Brown bounce pass stolen away. And actually, I think they just called a foul, and that's a good foul. David Brennan shoved Eddie Brown as they were fighting for the ball. He did. If they'd held on, it could have been a jump ball, but he literally shoved Eddie Brown with his left hand.
Yeah, and once again, I like the drive from Eddie Brown. I think Dawson Scott's got to go and get that pass. Dawson Scott kind of waited for that bounce pass there that led to the turnover, but an offensive foul brings it right back to the Tigers.
Pass into Jeff Queen. Jeff Queen down deep. Jeff Queen dishes off Cameron Harrison. Cameron outside. Eddie Brown, three-pointer on the way. No good. Rebound comes down to David Brennan. So Middlebury can regain the lead here. Evan Flax does a really nice job. Sam Stevens taking over, lays it up and in. You can see Sam Stevens, he saw that lane and he took it, didn't hesitate.
Yeah, once again, just miscommunication. No one picking up Sam Stevens on the ball, and he just takes it right to the hoop. He's up to, I believe, 17 now.
The last 5 points, and they were all big for Middlebury. Trey Killens in the lane. Trey Killens bounce pass. Dawson Scott, he is fouled. He's going to go to the line for 2.
So free throw is going to be huge here down the stretch for Wittenberg. Already in the double bonus. Middlebury is still 2 fouls away from getting the bonus, but Daniel Asher getting ready to check back into the game.
And yeah, remember he picked up fouls 3 and 4 early in this half when he got a foul and then got called for a technical. Dawson Scott can tie the game. Free throw on the way. Too strong off the back of the rim.
Yeah, just another missed free throw for Wittenberg tonight. They've shot better than they did against Wilmington and I think Illinois Wesleyan, but now 9 for 13 on the night. Second one is good.
Second one hit the rim, hit the back of the glass, and fell in. Now Daniel Asher back in. Wittenberg trails 64-63. We've got 4 minutes and 20 seconds left.
We're in for a treat of a finish here. Middlebury with the ball now. Wittenberg needing another stop. They've come up with a lot of big stops down the stretch, but now with 4 minutes remaining, down 1, need a big one right here.
Somebody's got to stop, though. Sam Stevens, he's been outstanding. Scored the last 5 for. David Brennan has a open lane to the basket, but his shot hit the bottom of the rim. Trey Killens back the other way, and Sam Stevens knocks it out of bounds with a block.
Yeah, big-time block. Sam Stevens really playing good right now, and we're going to get a timeout.
Called by Middlebury. 3:55, we'll leave it right here. 1 point lead for the Panthers. Wittenberg with the basketball, and JJ, it's another fun one going right down to the wire.
Yes, it is. So Wittenberg getting a good opportunity now with this media timeout to draw up a play on the inbounds to try to retake the lead. Wittenberg's done a better job in the second half out of these timeouts, coming out in some better sets. So we'll see what Croce can draw up here. Like to see him draw a play, get the ball into Trey Killen's hands, open up the floor a little bit for some of these shooters, and see what they can do, try to get into the paint. I tell you what, though, this Wittenberg offense really coming to life. Both these offenses coming to life after struggling the last couple last night. And then for Wittenberg, the last couple of games, struggling to find an offensive identity.
We've talked about how well Evan Flax plays for Middlebury. Tristan Joseph's had a good game. But Sam Stevens has really come alive here in the last 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah, he has.
For the Panthers.
He struggled a little bit yesterday, got into some foul trouble, didn't really have the best game after a strong start to the season. And right now he's at 17 points, 7 rebounds, that big-time block right there to keep Trey Killens off the board again and keeps his team in the lead right now with 3:55 remaining.
Evan Flax with 10 points, Tristan Joseph with 12, and Noah Osher with 13. So they've got 4 players in double figures.
Yeah, Noah Osher had a really strong first half, been pretty quiet here in the second half. Hasn't really seen the floor much, but his team has shown up here and has been able to, especially Sam Stevens, down the stretch.
Bounce pass, Tyler Galuch, shot up off the glass and in.
What a play design there from Croce, getting Tyler Galuch. Galuch, a phenomenal finisher down there in the paint.
Tyler Galuch now puts him back on top. Pass underneath to Sam Stevens. Eddie Brown on him. Sam Stevens makes a move. Goes up. scores again. Sam Stevens just been unbelievable.
Yeah, nobody really able
7
to
in a
stop
row.
him right now. Just using his body there and his strength. Puts Middlebury back in the lead.
Cameron Harrison with the basketball. Cameron Harrison with a drive in the lane. Dishes off to Trey Killens. Tristan Joseph back on him. Trey Killens over to Eddie Brown. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Trey Killens. Trey's going to drive. Trey going up for a shot. He picks up the 4th foul on Tristan Joseph. Trey Killens going to go to the line for 2.
Middlebury foul number 14, Tristan Joseph, his 4th. To the line.
So, if you're going to guard Trey Killens, you got to take the good and the bad. I mean, he's going right at him. That's 4 fouls Tristan Joseph picked up. Trey Killens ties the ball game. Free throw hit the front of the rim, but he got a good bounce, went over and in.
Going to need to make these free throws down the stretch. 3:03 remaining. Cam Harrison going to get a spell here. He's been in for most of the second half, and you can tell he was huffing and puffing there for a little while.
And, boy, that one hit front of the rim, back of the rim, and fell in.
Hit every part of the rim, but all that matters is it hit the bottom of the net.
Wittenberg back on top with 2:58 to play, 67-66. Evan Flax with the basketball. To Noah Osher. Noah Osher stops, pops, shot, no good. Rebound fought for Sam Stevens. Who else would get it? Puts up a shot, no good. Jeff Queen couldn't get the rebound, and getting the rebound was David Brennan, and he just got fouled.
Yeah, Sam Stevens once again coming to the rescue. Big offensive rebound. Osher, we talked about him, but hasn't really been in the second half. Immediately comes in, takes a pretty contested jumper. Not the look they were probably looking for, but Sam Stevens once again just hustling, tracks down that offensive rebound, and now Middlebury at the line. David Brennan.
That was Eddie Brown, picked up his 3rd foul. David Brennan can put Middlebury back on top if he hits both of these, and first one hit the rim, went off the glass, and fell through.
Yeah, Middlebury, once again, another one of these teams struggling on the year from the free throw line, 55%. So these free throws going to be huge down the stretch. So
Charlie Moore back in the lineup for Noah Osher. Go ahead, JJ, I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So now we have we got timeout again. Now they're coming over. I don't know what they're looking at here. They called a shooting foul.
So once again, they're going to be reviewing something.
It couldn't have been he stepped over the line, could it? If he on a free throw?
I'm not sure you can review that.
I'm trying to figure out what they're looking at.
Maybe timing-wise. I mean, it was quick. It's the only thing I could guess. I'm not too entirely sure.
Could be who the foul's on, maybe. You think? Could be who, because it looked like they went over and said something to Eddie Brown.
So it was on number 24, Galuch instead.
Okay. That's what it was. So Eddie Brown only has 2 fouls now. Yeah, so. Okay, so that's what they were looking at.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So we got it figured out. Charlie Moore into the game for Osher. Osher a quick stint.
David Brennan can put the Panthers back on top. Free throw on the way, up and in. Oh, no, he missed it. It looked like it was going in, but he missed it. So we're all tied 67-67. Eddie Brown, to Daniel Asher, to Trey Killens. Trey Killens. David Brennan jumped up, out on him, but he didn't see Daniel Asher quick enough. Tyler Galuch going to drive, and he's fouled.
Just reached in there was Flax. Just poked in there. I think
Evan
he didn't
Flax.
need to. He was playing some pretty solid defense. And that'll send Galuch to the line.
I think, because things got a little chippy there, I think they're calling it tight now.
Yeah, they've been definitely in the second half. First half, they're letting them play a little bit, but now that things have gotten a little chippy, we saw the tie-up between Keith Rivers and McCursey as well. Then the play earlier with Daniel Asher and David Brennan. Now they've been calling a much tighter game since then.
Tyler Galuch puts the Tigers back on top by 128-27. Charlie Moore going to leave. Noah Osher back in. So David Brennan, Sam Stevens, Noah Osher, Tristan Joseph, and Evan Flax. For Wittenberg, Daniel Asher, Jeff Queen, Tyler Galuch, Eddie Brown, and Trey Killens. 2:18 to play. Free throw on the way. Too strong.
So free throws now hurting both teams. Both teams missing a couple free throws down the stretch, but Wittenberg able to take the lead now.
68-67. Tenuous lead. Sam Stevens, who's been just terrific these last few minutes. Evan Flax over to Sam Stevens, 3 on the way, no good. Rebound Eddie Brown.
Yeah, Wittenberg very fortunate there. The hot hand left wide open. You can't be happy if you're Croce. Don't want to leave him open.
And he was wide open. Jeff Queen with the basketball. Inside, Tyler Galuch. Nice pass to Daniel Asher. He has it knocked away, and the ball goes off. Oh, they say it's off Middlebury. I thought maybe it's off Daniel Asher.
It looked like it got pinched in between them. I couldn't tell who it touched last, but they call it off of
and
Middlebury.
I'm sure it must have been. They're not complaining. And the official was a lot closer than I was. It just looked like maybe it went off Daniel Asher.
Yep, fortunately for the Tigers.
Went off Middlebury. Went off David Brennan. Jeff Queen to inbound the basketball. Out to 23, Eddie Brown. Trey Killens now with the basketball. Trey Killens going to put up a long 3. Got it! Trey Killens, a big 3 and a 71-67 lead for the Tigers with 1:24 to go.
What a shot. Hasn't gone for the jumper too much tonight, but down the stretch, just ice cold, step back 3.
And that was a long 3. Evan Flax 3. No good. Rebound, Jeff Queen. 1:10 to play. Wittenberg with the ball in a 4-point lead. And he just got fouled. Tristan Joseph has just fouled out of the game. Now, I don't know why he would have. Now, maybe he didn't mean to foul there. They didn't really need to foul yet.
No, especially with Wittenberg being in the double bonus. And Trey Killens, he is one of their better free throw shooters. So I think you play it out there. There's a 1:07.
Yeah.
You get a stop. You're down by 4. You get over 40 seconds left on the clock. Around 47 seconds left, arguably around that time. So I think I'm not the biggest fan of that foul here, but nonetheless, they did it. Tristan Joseph has been disqualified. He is fouled out.
I think Middlebury, if they just played good defense, get the ball back. Free thrown away, no good. But we just talked about maybe it's going to work because the first free throw was too strong. 1:07 to play. Wittenberg holding on to a 4-point lead. Second free throw on the way, up and in, 72-67. Wittenberg up 5. Evan Flax with the basketball. 1:03 to play. Under a minute, 59 seconds. Evan Flax into David Brennan. Boy, you do not want to foul there.
And that'll be Daniel
Asher
fifth.
just fouled out. If he scores, he scores. But luckily, he didn't make the bucket. If you're a Tiger fan, or he'd be looking at possibly a 3-point play.
Yeah, and that's another thing, too. If you're gonna foul in that situation, make sure. I'm not saying do anything dirty, but don't make sure he can get a chance at shooting it.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, he doesn't make it. So Dawson Scott back in the game. Dawson Scott's played a lot of minutes here in the second half, and he's played a very solid game. Daniel Asher, unfortunately, hasn't played too much tonight, but when he has, he's played very good. He started off the game so strong.
And that's another reason to kind of back off. If he scores, he scores. You stay in the game. You've played pretty well. But now maybe this will turn out for the Tigers because now they've got to hit free throws.
Yeah, both these teams hasn't been shooting the free throws well in the second half.
Boy, you got that one. David Brennan up in net.
Big shot now. And now you got to think if he makes this one, Middlebury, I don't think they should foul here once again.
I agree.
But we'll see.
They just need to play good defense, see if they can stop the Tigers. And they've had some steals tonight. Second free throw, boy, that hit the front of the rim and somehow bounced in. Now what's going on?
Sam Stevens kind of shoved Trey Killens there. But now, so I'm guessing they're going to review it. Sam Stevens just kind of threw that right arm up there, and it was around the area of Trey Killens' head. Not
so
sure how.
So this game's getting kind of crazy here at the end.
It's getting a little chippy. Tensions are high. Both teams really wanting a victory.
And of course, they can call it technical on flops now too. Why? Or is that just the pros? Have they been calling
I'm not sure if it's gotten down to the NCAA level. I'm not entirely positive. I do know it's in the NBA, but I don't think it's down to this level yet.
By the way, our Cavs got a win last night.
They did. A couple games in a row now. Big game tomorrow against the Nuggets.
Yeah, they're running into a buzzsaw. They got the Nuggets, and then I think they got 76.
Yep, they do, because they played arguably the two best centers. Going to need Jared Allen and Evan Mobley to step up a little bit and show some growth.
And LeBron's still playing pretty good for a man of his age.
Just another 38-point performance the other night.
Man. Well, you just think he plays like he's 27.
Yeah, it's incredible crazy. The longevity because, before you didn't really see that. And both him and Kevin Durant right now getting up there, but they're still playing like they're in their prime.
Kind of like in the NFL when Tom Brady kept playing, you're going, how can this guy keep playing?
And if you're opposing fans, you're ready for them to be done.
I'm ready for him to take over for the Browns.
Be nice. They could use it.
Hey, that's been a tough week for Ohio quarterbacks. Deshaun Watson goes down for the Browns, and of course, Joe Burrow going down for the Bengals.
Yeah, so let's see. Gun on the replay here.
I don't think we're going to have anything, I think.
Nope, they're going down there.
Okay, so Grayson Sturry, Tyler Galuch, Cameron Harrison, Trey Killens, and Jeff Queen out there for the Tigers. Yeah, let's see if they're going to put some pressure on. I don't blame them for that, but they just don't want to foul yet. Trey Killens with the basketball. No Osher on him. 3-point lead for Wittenberg. Got to get the ball over midcourt, and they do. Trey Killens gets it over. 42 seconds. 18 on the shot clock. Trey Killens. And again, Middlebury just needs to play good defense here.
Got to imagine Trey Killens is taking this shot here.
Cameron Harrison thought about 3. Back to Trey Killens. Trey Killens going to drive, put up a shot off the glass, and it went in! Oh my goodness! Went in, 74-69.
How we managed to manipulate that ball to put it in is nothing short of incredible.
3 by Noah Osher, and he just got fouled on a 3-point shot. My goodness. You cannot be doing that. Trey Killens, who just made an incredible play on the offensive end, really did not make a good play there when he fouls a 3-point shooter.
So now
No Osher going to be the line for 3 points. You're so excited, you're throwing your pen around.
It's been an exciting weekend and an exciting finish to this game.
Boy, we've had 2 great ones tonight. No Osher, 3-point or shot, free throw up and in. No Osher, got 2 more coming. He can bring them back within 2, and there's plenty of time left. Second free throw up and in. So Wittenberg just had a 5-point lead, but they come down foul, 3-point shooter. Okay, 16.9 seconds left. No Osher. Free throw on the way, in and out. And the ball's loose. Dawson Scott picks it up. Trey Killens is fouled.
So now Trey Killens gets a chance to redeem himself after that foul here and hopefully end this game with a couple of free throws.
Well, 74-71, he certainly, if he can just hit 1, they're going to be in good shape. But you're right, if he hits 2, they're going to be in super shape.
Yeah, but Trey Killens, he's had a quiet 20 points tonight. He's erupted here for a couple of big buckets down the stretch, but overall in this game, he's been efficient. 6 for 10, hits 1 for 2 from 3.
Well, how in the world he scored that? I mean, he was in among the tall trees, and he scored.
Somehow twisting and turning in the air, gets the circus shot to go, and a big free throw.
Hit that big free throw, 75-71, timeout now.
But we talked about it. Need other players from Wittenberg to step up tonight, and that they did. Jeff Queen with 12 points, Grayson Sturry 8, Cam Harrison 8, Tyler Galuch 8, Daniel Asher 8, Eddie Brown 6.
Hey, when you get 8, and 6, that's good.
Yeah, 4 players scoring 8s, 1 other one's in double digits. And then Eddie Brown, he's the lowest scorer on the night. He had 6 points. But, man, what a game he's had. He's had 7 rebounds and 5 assists as well.
Yeah, that's great job. 7 boards, 5 assists. You got to love that. 7 boards also for Jeff Queen tonight, and he's got 3 assists. 8, Sam Stevens has 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he's had a very impressive game. 19 points, 8 rebounds, couple assists.
You Middlebury fans, it's going to be don't give up on these guys. They're going to win some games. They're going to run off some wins in a row here. Trey Killens hits both free throws, 13 seconds to play. Evan Flack's going to come down. He's just going to drive, put up a shot off the glass, no good. Sam Stevens with a rebound, my goodness. And they foul him with 6 seconds to play.
See, Trey Killens learned from his last possession. Flax takes it all the way down there. He pulls himself back there, but just Eddie Brown and Dawson Scott there just were not able to corral the rebound, and then Eddie Brown just
made
slaps
the foul
him down.
Again, just let him score. Don't let him score with the clock off. 76-71, Sam Stevens, who's played a whale of a game tonight. Boy, that free throw hurts. He missed it.
It's just been that type of night, especially here in that second half. Middlebury just so close to being able to pull away in this one and pull out a victory.
It bounced up and looked like it was going to come back down in, but it rattled around both rims. And both sides of the rim, and he missed them
that
both. Guy's on rebound, though. Turn around, shot up and in, man.
So he gets his 2 points.
Yeah.
You know what he wanted? He was 1 rebound away from a double-double. I think he wanted that extra rebound. Now he's got 21 points, 10 rebounds. A good bounce-back game from him, and he's going to be a special play going forward for this Middlebury team.
Sam Stevens. Hey, let's go over the team numbers real quick. For Middlebury, 25 of 57, 44%. Wittenberg, 28 of 56, exactly 50%. Wittenberg, 4 of 18 from beyond the arc, 20%. Middlebury, 3 of 11, 27%. Middlebury, 18 of 24 free throws, 75%. Wittenberg, 16 of 22, 72%. Only 7 turnovers for Middlebury and only 6 for Wittenberg.
Yeah, really good job of taking care of the ball on both sides.
Points off turnovers, 6 for Middlebury, 3 for Wittenberg. Middlebury winning the rebounding battle, 34-29. They're also winning the offensive glass rebounding battle, 14-9. Assists, 18 for Wittenberg, 15 for Middlebury. Blocks, 5 for Middlebury, 2 for Wittenberg. Steals, 5 for Middlebury, 4 for Wittenberg. Bench points, 20 for Wittenberg, 33 for Middlebury. Second chance points, 10-10. And points in the paint, Wittenberg leads that 42-36. So that's basically the team numbers.
So Middlebury needs to get a steal on the inbounds if they want any chance here. 3.5 seconds left, down by 3. We'll see if they can muster up any magic here to end the Great Lakes Invitational. What a weekend it's been. What a finish we've had in these last 2 games. We'll see if Wittenberg can close it out here.
Jeff Queen inbound all the way down. Tyler Glutch all by himself. He's going to dribble it out. He got fouled. I don't think they're going to call it. Great play. Everybody broke free, and nobody picked up Tyler Glutch. He's all by himself at midcourt.
Yeah, really good recognition, too, from Jeff Queen. Not trying to force it into Trey Killens or Cam Harrison. Just keeps his eyes up. Tyler Glutch wide open midcourt. Ball game. Great bounce-back victory for Wittenberg, and great way to end the day for the Tigers.
Great final score, 76-73. Again, you Middlebury fans, don't give up on these guys. The Panthers think they'll have a good season. Let's look at the scoring. Kuba Quilina ended up with 2 tonight for the Panthers. Charlie Moore had 4. David Brennan had 9. 4 in double figures. Evan Flax ended up with 10 points tonight. Tristan Joseph had 12 points tonight. 15 points for Noah Osher. And a double-double tonight for Sam Stevens. 21 points. He had 10 rebounds. He had a terrific game. For Wittenberg tonight, 4 points for Dawson Scott, 6 points for Eddie Brown. Again, what great 4 players with 8 points each. Daniel Asher, Tyler Galuch, Cameron Harrison, and Grayson Sturry. And then with a 6 for Eddie Brown, that's 38 points right there. 12 points for Jeff Queen tonight. He had 7 rebounds. By the way, Eddie Brown also had 7 rebounds. And leading the way tonight, Trey Killens, 22 points. And he had 4 assists tonight, 2 rebounds. He was 9 for 10 from the free throw line.
Yeah, really efficient game from him. 6 for 10 from the field. Just a big victory from Wittenberg. Really felt like they found some offensive rhythm and identity there in that second half. Just a really big win for them to pull out. A really good bounce-back victory after a couple of tough home losses. A great way to end the night. A great weekend. It was a great weekend of basketball. So glad we got the chance to broadcast some of these games.
Yes.
Especially us, these last 2 tonight. We're a treat. We're a great way to end this weekend.
We were lucky because games this afternoon were a couple 20-point games.
Yeah.
You had those. But tonight we had 2 great games, and Wittenberg wins the final tonight, 76-73. J.J. Weisenberger, thanks so much. You did a great job doing the color, and you're a good guy. You could do play-by-play. And by the way, your broadcast has been brought to you by the Wittenberg Sports Network, powered by TKDS Sports. Kevin Fowler did a great job keeping us going tonight. And so for J.J. Weisenberger, this is Dave Williams saying thanks so much for listening tonight. Our final score, once again, Wittenberg 76 and Middlebury 73, and that is a wrap on the Great Lakes Invitational.